everyone. I hope all of you are doing great. Today, our story is about Rahab hiding the spies. Can you see some men there? They are in trouble. They must get away or they will be killed. They are the Israelite spies, and the woman helping them is Rahab. Rahab lives here in a house on the city of Jericho. Now, my dear friends, let's find out why these men are in trouble. Now, as you all know, the Israelites are ready to cross the Jordan River into the land of Canaan. But before they do so, Joshua, their new leader, sends out the two spies. He tells them, "Go take a look at the land and the city of Jericho." Now, when the spies come into Jericho, they go into the house of Rahab. But someone tells the king of Jericho about these spies. They told him, "Two Israelites came in here tonight to spy out the land." My dear friends, when the king hears this, he sends men to Rahab and they command her, "The men that you have in your house, bring them out." But Rahab has hidden the spies on her roof. So she tells them, "Some men did come to my house, but I don't know where they were from. They left just as it was getting dark before the city gate was closed. If you hurry, you can catch them." So the men believed her and went chasing after them. Friends, after they leave, Rahab hurries up to the roof and tells the spies, "I know that Yahuwah God will give you this land. We have heard how God has dried up the Red Sea when you were leaving Egypt, and how you killed the kings Sihon and Og. I have been very kind to you, so promise me please that you will be kind to me. Save my father and my mother and my brothers and sisters and relatives." Hearing this, the spies promised her that they will, but they asked Rahab to do something. They told her, "Take this red cord and tie it in your window, and gather all your relatives into your house with you. And when we return to take Jericho, we will see this cord in your window, and we will not kill anyone in your house." Now, my dear friends, when the spies go back to Joshua, they tell him everything that had happened. How did you like today's story, my dear friends? And what can we learn? Rahab risked all her life and put her trust in the God of Israel, Yahuwah. She showed her faith in Israel's God through her actions and led the spies down the outer wall of the city by a rope through the window. Friends, the book of James in chapter 2 verses 25 uses this as an example of how one is justified by one's actions. Rahab had faith and acted on it. This is a great lesson we can learn. My dear friends, like Rahab, we must act on our faith. It is not enough to just have faith and believe in God. We have to act on it through obedience. As James also wrote in verses 26 of chapter 2, faith without works is dead. The second point we can learn is faith by hearing, not from sight. Rahab's journey of faith began by hearing of the miracles performed by the God of Israel. She had heard of the Red Sea miracle that God had performed 40 years earlier. She believed because of what she heard. This illustrates a point about faith that Paul wrote in Romans chapter 10 verses 17. Faith comes by hearing, and hearing by the word of God. The Israelites saw the Red Sea split, but they didn't have enduring faith as they continued rebelling against God afterwards. Friends, Rahab didn't see the miracle, but believed by hearing of God and his power to part the sea. Rahab showed belief and loyalty to God that was often lacking among the Israelites themselves. Friends, as Christians today, we also must base our faith on hearing and reading. None of us have seen the mighty deeds performed by God in Bible times, but we read and hear about them and believe. Jesus pronounced a special blessing on the people who did this. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. To believe what we have heard about but haven't seen, we must have faith. Not only did Rahab believe God, she confessed that Yahuwah God is the God in heaven above and on earth beneath. This is an amazing statement considering that she had spent her entire life in a pagan, polytheistic culture. In this statement, she was even forsaking her own gods as worthless. Rahab showed belief and loyalty to God that was often lacking among the Israelites themselves. Friends, like Rahab, we can exercise faith and loyalty to the one true God, Yahuwah, through hearing and reading about Him. I hope you all enjoyed today's story. Until I come up with the next beautiful story, do stay safe and healthy. Your loving Bensi Auntie. Bye. Take care.